In this lesson, we'll be discussing one of Lync's most valuable features, that being its instant messaging component, allowing you to start and communicate through instant messaging conversations, or IMs, without the hassle of creating, sending, and organizing email. When you wish to begin an instant messaging conversation with one of your contacts, you may simply either click on the contact's name, where you'll find the instant message option available in the pop-out that appears to the left, or you can right mouse click the contact and from the menu provided, choose the topmost option of Send an Instant Message. Here in the Instant Message dialog box, you'll see the name of those that are communicating in the instant message conversation, and yes, you can participate in an instant message conversation with more than one person. You'll also find a menu bar of options that will allow you to transfer from an instant message conversation to some other form of communication through Lync, such as a Lync call, or a Lync video chat, or a sharing session, which essentially allows you to begin an instant online meeting with the contacts, all from the instant message conversation window. You could even choose to bring in other contacts, either inviting them by name or by phone number into the conversation at any point during the conversation. While participating in an instant message conversation, you'll also have the ability to send a file to someone who is participating within the conversation. Simply browse to the file that you wish to share, attaching it to the conversation window for them to open up, view, and download once they receive the instant message. Here, for example, I have attached a PDF document in an instant message conversation that I'm having with Alex. What I'll also do is add the additional text, "Please review," and send back when done. Now, as you can see, the message that I'm typing, as well as the attachment that I've included, appears in the main body portion of the instant message conversation window. And of course, when those that you are participating in the conversation with also send in their text replies, those too will appear in the main part of the window that we're viewing the text that I am currently typing. For example, once Alex replies to this instant message conversation, which he has just done so now with the text of "You got it, no problem," that too appears in the main body of the conversation window. When the conversation has ended, simply close the conversation window by clicking the Close button in the upper right corner. Here now we see a confirmation window appear that reads, "Closing this window will end all current activities with this contact. Do you want to close this window?" I'm going to confirm this by choosing OK, but before I do, I'm also going to choose the option of not to see this particular message again, as I will know now that if I close any conversation window that I'm having an instant message conversation in, that will end the conversation and all other sharing that might be taking place with the contacts. I'll make this official now by clicking OK, and the conversation is now ended with Alex M. Now, during that last example, I mentioned how we can bring in another contact into an existing conversation by using the Invite Others button located in the conversation window. However, keep in mind that if you were to select multiple contacts before clicking the Instant Message Conversation command, you can begin a conversation with multiple people at the same time. In other words, I'm going to select Alex M once again, but I'm also going to hold down the Control key and click on Jose's name and John Roby's name. With these three contacts now selected, were I to right mouse click any of them and then choose the option of Send an Instant Message, you'll notice that all three of these contacts are now added to the conversation window. So, in other words, you'll not have to start a conversation with one particular person and then bring in the others by using the People Options button, but rather select multiple contacts at the beginning and then execute the Begin Instant Message Conversation command to begin a conversation with multiple people simultaneously. Here now, if I typed in a particular message in the bottom part of this window, and as a reminder, with the option enabled, you can also include what are known as emoticons, which allow you to add a little graphical flair to your conversation. Simply click the emoticon icon to the right of the message text area, and then choose the appropriate emoticon from the list provided. And once more, once you're done typing your text and having inserted any emoticons, simply press the Enter key to send the text to all others participating in the conversation. Now, of course, in this last exercise, I've demonstrated how to go about initiating a conversation from your contacts list. Of course, there will be times when other people will initiate an IM conversation with you. Should that be the case, Lync will make it very obvious that someone is trying to communicate with you through IM through a pop-up window that will appear in the lower right corner of the screen. For example, let's say that Alex M is beginning an instant message conversation with me. Once Alex sends the text to me, Lync will notify me by displaying the pop-up you see in the lower right corner of my screen. Here now, I can see the alert from Alex M that he has sent an instant message conversation which reads the text, "You ready for the board meeting at 4:30? Now I can choose to respond to Alex by simply clicking on the message itself, or if I'm currently not available, or for any reason unable to respond to Alex, I can choose to ignore the conversation by clicking the ignore button. However, for this example, I'll take a moment to click on the actual message itself, and then send a quick reply back to Alex. Yes, I'll see you soon. And then again, simply end the conversation by closing the conversation window.